Grief can't be scheduled. Like a gust of wind, it can hit when least expected. For Chad Labato,
he was my best friend.
It was Saturday afternoon when his wife grew worried after their 10-year-old son Austin told them he'd be home in 5 minutes.
Got on scene in time to see the paramedics and firefighters getting Austin onto a stretcher, performing CPR and loading him into the ambulance.
Arvada police say Austin was hit by a car while riding his scooter just up the road from his home. He was rushed to the hospital.
And as a father in my heart, telling him to fight, you're gonna pull through this, he just didn't pull through.
Now, all that's left are reminders of the funny and energetic big brother that loved his little sister so much.
Ready?
The fearless kid that took on every challenge.
Way to go, bud.
And the athlete that was able to score in a football game in front of his parents just hours before the crash.
We were privileged enough to be sitting on the sideline right where he caught a pass and was able to take it in for a touchdown. It's just him running for his last touchdown, running. He's running to the sky. What I wouldn't give to throw him another pass.
Grief doesn't have a timeline, but often where there is heartache, there's also a lot of love.
You hold on to your loved ones. You give them a hug. You tell them I love you every second you get.
Arvada police say the crash is still under investigation, including who was at fault and whether any charges will be filed. Austin's dad tells me his family won't blame anyone for what happened. The only thing that matters is how much they'll miss him. And Kim and Tom, they tell me they are so thankful for the Arvada community for coming up and supporting them in this time of need.
I know so many people in Arvada have been talking about it because it is the unthinkable for everybody involved, and it's a very lovely family-oriented area where they live.
It's so obvious when you step over to their home. There's chalk with Austin's name all over the driveway. People have been coming by and telling them how much they loved him, and hearts, paper hearts that were printed out showing their love. So it's very obvious just how much this kid was loved.
I'm always surprised when people do interviews after something like this has happened to their family, and you could tell that Austin's father wanted to tell his story a little bit, the story of that boy and that family, and it makes a little bit of sense when you see the way he put it forward.
You know, it's interesting because I had initially spoken to Austin's aunt, and she told me when I arrived at the home, his father said, if someone's going to do it, it has to be us. We need to tell Austin's story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who he is.
Exactly.
What he did that day.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jaleesa.